This is the plaintiff, Elliot Scherer. He says he hired the defendant to repair his in-ground pool, and while he was working on it, he ripped the vinyl liner. The defendant drained the pool, which caused the sides to collapse. He relied on the defendant to fix the pool, not damage it further, and is suing him here and now for the $5,000 he's owed. This is the defendant, Thomas Bushalon. He says the plaintiff's pool had been neglected over the years, hadn't even been open for a few summers, and the liner was 10 years old. The plaintiff knew the liner needed to be replaced even before he started working on the pool, and they're now trying to blame him for something he had no control over? Oh, him? No way. He's accused of being all wet.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket, the plaintiff hired the defendant to repair the defendant's in-ground pool and allegedly ripped the liner. But the defendant says the pool was old as the liner. It's the case of liners and whiners.
Okay, Mr. Scherer, you are suing Mr. Bushalon for $5,000. According to you, you're out more than that because according to you, he didn't know what he was doing and he ended up ripping your pool liner. Tell me what's going on.
Yes, Your Honor. Tom is the former landlord of my fiance's mother. I needed some brickwork done around my pool. Tom presented himself as able to perform that work.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a contractor.
You have a GC license?
Not with Consumer Affairs, but I am registered at the county seat in Riverhead as a contractor.
What does that mean you're registered? I'm asking if you have a license.
It's a business registration. No.
Right, okay, that's fine. Just answer me. So you hire him to do what?
To fix the brickwork on my pool, Your Honor.
Okay, so what happens?
Well, not to get off track, but if I could just comment about that. I had a regular pool contractor come in and a licensed pool contractor to repair the damage that Tom caused. And he said that over the past year or two, Suffolk County, which is where I reside, has seen fit to create a special swimming pool license to avoid disasters like the work that Tom performed.
So let me ask you a question. Did you go out and hire that guy for the work you needed, or did you hire the cheaper guy?
To be honest with you,
be honest with me, because I virtually insist upon it when I put you under oath. Everybody gets all like up in arms that the person they hired didn't have a license. Well, did you ask about a license? Did you hire the guy with a license? Did you hire a guy who knew a guy, the landlord or the former, I don't know what, it was going to be cheap for you? Yeah, lo barato sale caro. The cheap comes out expensive. And then everybody complains. All right, so what'd you hire him to do?
To answer your question?
Answer my question now. What did you hire him to do? You hired him to do brick work. That means what? Replace the brick? Repair the brick? What?
To replace the bricks, Tom...
All of it, or a part that was damaged, or?
Surrounding the pool, Your Honor.
The entire, all of it?
Yes.
Okay. And why did it needed replacing? Because what? Was it crumbling? Was it?
Yeah, the bricks, there were a few cracks.
So you hire him to do that. You hire him to do that, or your girlfriend hires him?
Both of us. My fiance.
Did you? Okay. Where's your fiance today?
Unfortunately, she couldn't make it, Your Honor.
Okay. Who had the dealings with him? She had him, or you had him?
She spoke to him, but I was present during the conversations.
Okay. According to you, you didn't deal with him at all. You only dealt with her?
He's very confused. I never dealt with him on any issue. He had zero interest in the pool. Okay. She was the one who wanted it done. She asked me, would I come over and wash the liner and fix the one side of the pool, the long side. The wall had bowed in this way because over the years, the bricks.
So she hired you to wash the liner?
Yes.
How were you going to wash the liner?
Well, we went over there, we took the cover off, we power washed it down, we folded it up.
No, but how did you power wash it down? Did you empty the pool?
The pool?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Okay, what experience do you have in cleaning pool liners? Did you work for any pool company?
Yes, I worked there maybe 3 or 4 years installing.
Okay. All right, by the way, did you ask any of these questions, or did your fiance ask any of these questions?
I believe she did.
We don't know though, right? Let me just ask her. What's her name again? Yeah, she's not here.
Her name is Vanessa.
You know that you're supposed to bring your witnesses to court. And then you showed up here today without her, okay?
So do you have to drain a pool to clean the liner?
I believe so. My dad used to.
To actually drain it. Do you have to do it, though?
I don't think so. Isn't that what a brush is for?
That's what I'm wondering. Do you have to clean it? Do you have to drain it?
I don't have a pool.
Okay, fair answer. I mean, I'm not going to force you there. Going inside the courtroom.
So who's the gentleman with you?
This is Matt. He worked on the pool with me.
Come on up, Matt. Who made the decision to drain the pool in order to clean the liner?
We had to drain the pool to clean the liner. It was green.
Okay.
And the liner itself was covered in green algae.
How old was the liner?
She said she didn't really know because it was there when they moved in, and it's still there.
How old is that pool?
I bought the house in '06. It was there, so.
How old is the house?
It's probably built in the mid-'60s.
So when you talked to her, did she say to you, get me a new liner?
No, she said she knows they need a new liner, but he will not pay for it.
Right, because a new liner is kind of pricey, as you now know, because you're being sued for one.
I put in many new liners, Judge.
Okay,
but
so it's according to you, a new liner is how much, $3,800?
That's what I paid, Your Honor.
And some change, okay. Do you have the proof that you paid that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, let me see that. Now, he is angry because he says, and he has a letter from the pool contractor, who's a licensed pool contractor, correct?
Yes, he is.
Okay, who says that I immediately informed the homeowner that one can never empty a vinyl-lined pool, as it is almost a certainty that the pool liner will not only wrinkle, but if it is more than a year or two old, it will most likely tear as well once water is put back in the pool. Do you agree or disagree?
I disagree, Your Honor.
Do you really disagree?
Yes.
Or do you feel like everybody knew that it was going to need a new liner anyway?
The liner is a minor issue, believe it or not, in the condition of this man's pool. Like I said, the wall was bowed in when we got there. So we put on new 2x6s.
Okay.
Pressure treated, all along the long wall. Bolted them down with concrete lag bolts. Now the wall is straight as an arrow. After the wood was on and the wall was straight, we put the coping on.
Yeah.
And we snapped the liner back in.
Okay, and so far the liner hasn't ripped?
No.
Okay, when
No.
does the liner rip?
Because we had secured the one side, we snapped the liner back in, and we were putting the water, the other side, which was in pretty much the same condition. It just hadn't made the transition to almost going into the pool yet, had to be also done.
How did it rip? Tell me what you were doing when it ripped.
We weren't doing anything. They were having a party. She wanted the water in. I told her that the side was going to cave in. She said she just wants it for this one day, and then we can do the other side. The party came and went. The next morning, she called me up. The pool went in.
So the pool liner ripped after you filled the pool up at her request, not when you emptied it, but when you filled it at her request for the party.
Yes.
And then, according to you, and then before you had a chance to do the brickwork on that side.
Yes. She just wanted it for that one day.
Exactly where did it rip and how was it discovered?
Well, the bricks, the coping, and some of the wood had falling into the pool.
So what fell into the pool? The side you hadn't done yet?
Yes. So I said, don't worry, we'll use the same process we did on the other side.
So when you go there, what do you see? Do you empty out the pool again? Or is that?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, was that the first time you emptied the pool or the second time?
This is the second time.
Second
now.
time.
Yeah.
All right, so you empty out the pool again, and what do you see?
I saw where some tears had come, but which
So according to you, the tears did not come from emptying out the pool?
No,
The tears
absolutely
came
not.
from the
Came
wall
from
falling in?
The coping falling in and everything.
And your response to that?
Don't take my word for it. I know nothing about pools. You know, Tom is giving this fancy explanation about, the intricacies of pool
Was there
work.
brickwork being done on your pool? I mean, he wasn't there as a pool cleaner. He was there to do brickwork. Was there brickwork being done on your pool?
By Tom.
Right.
So my point is, after the liner ripped, I got this letter from a licensed contractor.
Can you stop staring him down? Don't do that in my courtroom.
I'm sorry, I apologize.
All right.
So according to the contractor, I mean, it speaks for itself. First,
It does. Here's what it says, okay? The licensed pool contractor says you never empty out a pool to clean the pool with an old liner that's older than 2 years old because it's very likely to rip. I have a very different situation here in front of me. I have you your fiance hiring him to do brickwork, which you also admit to that there's brickwork being done. I have them saying she hired us to do the other brick. I have them saying she told us to fill it in just for a party. Was there a party?
No, and she did not tell him.
So so it'd be really good if instead of hearing your hearsay, I had her to cross-examine, because you cannot answer what she told him, because you can't claim you were there every minute of every conversation, because I'm not going to buy it. And she was involved in the negotiations. I have so many questions in my head. And the problem that you have is that you're the plaintiff, which means you come into court with the burden of proof. It means it's on you. You've got to persuade me by a preponderance of the evidence that your version is correct. Based on what's in front of me, I cannot rule in your favor. My verdict in this case is for the defendant.
And the plaintiff comes out empty-handed into the hallway here. What's your reaction to this?
I'm shocked. I mean, Tom did not have a license.
Didn't have a license. Okay, we got that. All right, so step on out here with all your stuff here. Step next to me here.
Okay.
What's your feeling on this?
Well, my feeling is that if our work was so bad, why did he make the guy spend $4,000 without changing what we did?
You still working on pools?
I've been doing this since I'm 19. I'm 65 years old.
Right. You got some jobs lined up?
I did not come down with the last drop of rain.
Okay. Harvey?
So in small claims court, Kurt, hearsay is allowed. I mean, we've seen it in the People's Court. But if it's the essence of the case, if it's the key to the case, then you got to have witnesses or clear documents.